Welcome back to Fourth and Fantasy. We're going through our division breakdowns, and today, it's a good one, baby. We're going over the NFC East, and y'all know how I feel about my Dallas Cowboys. Unfortunately, our guy Mike
Boo.
wasn't able to make it, so I can't talk about the Philadelphia Eagles while he's on, but still going to have to happen. But we got our boy, special guest in the house, Frank, and honestly, I still get to talk down on the Giants, so I can still have some fun in this thing.
That's quite
But
all right.
y'all know what it is. Like, share, and subscribe if you find us entertaining. If you get a chuckle out of this, y'all know what to do. Fourth and Fantasy. Let's get to it.
Hey, yeah. I don't follow no script. I make my own lane. Got a spreadsheet mind and a red rash brain. Dynasty beats got that tape in my veins. While they drafting by names, I'm exposing their game. No cap. We study the craft like film room rats. Gyms in the fourth while they stuck in the past. It's levels to the dynasty. Keep or flex. From rookies to pros, we demanding respect. That's real. And I ain't never need clout for my clout to show. Just a mic, a take, and a team I grow. This ain't just picks, it's Principle G. It's Fourth and Fantasy where you build your legacy. We 10 toes down, yeah, we stand on facts.
We're 10 toes down and we stand on facts. But you already knew that. I'm Honcho, and all the way to my right is
Siriaco, Kamirako.
And we are your fantasy playbook to more championship wins in the land of the wet Rocco.
We are a fantasy football podcast for Dynasty Sickos by Dynasty Sickos? Hey, welcome in, Frank.
Welcome in, Frank, man.
What's
How
up?
we feeling tonight, Frank?
I'm good. We got football going in the background. We get to talk shit about the Dallas Cowboys, the Philadelphia Eagles. So I'm ready.
Don't hurt me too much, my man. we got Jamie in the house. What's up, studs? What's up, gangster? Hope you're feeling good tonight. Gino, what's good, my boy? What's up, dudes? Good and talk to you. And we got Omar in the house. Sup, fellas? Right back at you, Omar. Hope everybody's having a wonderful night. However you're viewing us, wherever you're viewing us, whether in bed or on the toilet. We got something entertaining for y'all tonight. As I said in the opening, we're breaking down the NFC East. I get to talk about my wonderful Cowboys. Frank gets to tell us about the New York Giants and why we shouldn't throw up out of our mouths looking at them play games this whole season. Wow. And then Rocco is going to be there for some commentary for the side chuckles there. For sure. So, hey, before we get into the nitty gritty, I got some quick hitters as we open up the show. Very quick answers. Best offense in the division. Cowboys.
Me?
Cowboys. Yeah, I already know.
All right. You know what?
Well, we know it's not.
We know it's not the Commanders.
Yeah, this is definitely a good answer.
It's not the Commanders. You know what? I hate to say this, but I'll give it to the Cowboys.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Very welcome. Best dynasty roster.
Getting even year Dak.
Hey, listen, he's still going well now. Don't bake us in. Don't jinx us, Rocco. I'm telling you that. Don't jinx us. Baby.
I'm invested in Dak, so I need him to do good.
Don't jinx us. Best dynasty or best roster for dynasty in the division.
Giants.
I mean, I will say they do have the most useful, so I could see why you say that.
Mm-hmm.
There is some reason in there. But we still got Mike in the chat though. He says he's devastated. Listen, Mike, it's all good, brother. It's all good. You just know you get to get these little side comments outside of the episode, so you'll be ready there in the morning, and you get to replay this over and over and over again. And we got Mike Robb in the house. What's good, player? Honcho and the backwards hats, bros.
Hey, that's because I need to go to Wonder Cuts and get my hair did.
Keep a butt. I did not even peep it until you said something, but they both do got it. Frank is actually, I'm trying to remember, he reminds me of a guy, a lead singer from a rock band, and it's messing me up. It might be
Disturbed?
I don't think it's Limp Bizkits. It might be Limp Bizkits.
Oh, you called them Limp Bizkits?
That's the first time someone said that to me.
It's the backwards hat that's doing it for me. But once again, hope everyone's doing well. All right, two more. Most overrated team in the division.
The Philadelphia Eagles. Nope. The Philadelphia Eagles are the most overrated team in this division.
Oh man, you hear this, Mike?
Sorry,
you hear
Mike.
that, Mike? Yeah,
Sorry,
hear that
Mike.
from all the way. I can feel you
Not
that
sorry.
one. I love to sing the zings. Thank you, Fenders for sure. Thank you, appreciate y'all. Limp Bizkit, I knew it. It was on the tip of
Damn.
my tongue.
Wait,
He might
you guys
look like
gotta-
Limp Biscuits, but he's coming hard tonight.
All right, you guys gotta put this on a short with him as a photo because I have to see this.
You have like I'm telling you,
Let's
it's
do it.
almost 1 for 1. It's killing
Cut
me
it
now.
as a short and let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh
I'm
shit!
telling you.
Let me write my old school.
Yeah,
note
right.
here.
Right. Timestamp this right now.
And then lastly, most underrated team in the NFC East.
Most underrated.
Gotta go with the
I'll go with the
'cause we're
Cowboys. Yes, I'll go with the Cowboys.
Thank you, because we get hated from every corner, and it's not even our fault.
You know why you guys get hated all the time? Because of Jerry Jones. That's why. If he sells a team, and they would come back to be America's team. But right now, they're not America's team anymore. So get Jerry Jones out of there.
No, I give you another reason why, and I also hate some Dallas Cowboys fans for this reason. Is some of them they like super delusional, right? Whether I hate the ones that say it's our year. I never say that. You feel me? Even though I want us to have a good year, I'm never like, no, what, we're going straight to the Super Bowl. Or I think like, no, what, we're the top of the top. I know we got things to work on. I'm not that, you know what I'm saying? I could live inside reality. So it's those, or it's the Debbie Downer Dallas Cowboys fans, or where they don't want it. They like, you root for this little part, and they're like, no, what, we haven't run a Super Bowl in 30 years. That is all true, but a brother can still celebrate.
He can. Yes, you can.
Jamie says, did it all for the nookie.
Yeah,
always,
the nookie.
Always do it for the nookie. Always for the nookie. But let's get into it. And shout out again for Frank joining us. Always appreciate it.
Oh, I love being on with you guys. You guys make me laugh every time I listen to you guys.
Intentionally?
Thank you, man.
No, it's just, you know what I love about you two? You know what I love about you two? You two are straightforward. You say what's on your mind. You don't care what anyone else says, and you talk with your heart. And I love it. I absolutely love you guys.
Sometimes that gets me in trouble, man. Real life, no life. You know what I mean?
I know. I know.
It just pop. Whatever comes to my mind, it just comes straight.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I appreciate that.
If I keep turning my head this way, it's because I got the game on and there's something going on. So I apologize.
No, I literally, if you see me looking up, I'm literally looking at the same thing. So you're totally good. I hope if anybody's else watching the Houston Texans right now, you already saw Woody Marks get a touchdown, 20-yarder.
Honcho said he's going to make a trade with me for him.
That was not said, but
Come on, Huncho, give him the Woody.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
give me the Woody.
You know what I'm saying? I will say the shop is always open. And from Philly Mike, before we get into it, once again, fuck the Eagles, but help on the clock.
We love the Eagles. Like, share, and subscribe.
Yep, like, share, and subscribe, and fuck the Eagles. Like, share, and that fucked me up. Help on the clock, number 7 in a 12-team, man, full PPR, super flex, 1K family and friends league. Damn. 1 and 6 was Allen, Lamar, Burrow, Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, and Chase, full PPR help. I guess you go Puka Nacua. But he's going to get suspended. But I guess that doesn't matter.
Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 games. That's it. Maybe.
Let's go Puka. For sure. Get yourself some Puka. Mike Robb says, you two watching the game, Rocco looking at the 1987 Playboys off camera. Hey, listen, that was a good year.
Hey, y'all don't know what I'm doing with my lower half.
That was a good year.
It's like a job interview.
Hands are off screen.
Big Mike says, Rocco, there is a trade in your inbox.
Ooh, Rocco, go! You got to tell everyone what that trade is.
Yes. Well,
let me see.
Let everybody know.
Well, I'll let y'all know.
Okay.
It was KCC for a 27 first round pick. Mike, I don't think you have a championship team yet, so I'm gonna project it to be mid. But KCC is a fucking stud. And I'm gonna wait him out to be worth 2 first or I need a running back bad. So if you ain't coming off a Hamp, it's probably not gonna happen.
KCC for a Hampton? I don't know.
I mean, there's other things that'll be involved.
Okay. I was gonna say straight up.
I need running back. My running backs are like fucking Hendo and Tony Pollard, and I got like the best. I got like the best set of wide receivers you've ever seen in the league. I got JSN. I got Jettas. I got Olave. I got Jordan Tyson. RIP. I have Makai Lemon. I have KCC. I have Chris Godwin. A lot of
rookies in there.
So.
Hey, there's nothing wrong about having rookies in your lineup, just like I love my true freshmen.
Especially in Dynasty. If this was redraft, buddy, I was gonna be like, got me. But no, Dynasty's good.
And I have my secret weapon, Cyrus Allen. New Orleans' own Cyrus Allen.
That still hurts me. I don't have enough Cyrus.
Man, he was free. You should have picked up free 99.
But we are going to get into our first position, the quarterbacks. Because you know what? It's been a lot of talk, even with your quarterback, Frank, with Jackson Dart getting his head knocked off in a preseason game. Because, let's put our franchise quarterback out there like that. We're going to rank the QBs, but let's talk about the landscape of the NFC East QBs first.
Okay.
I personally, you know how I'm below biased. I think Dak Prescott is the best quarterback in the NFC East, and that's as being a field general. He doesn't really give you that much rushing ability, but in realistic football, when it comes to processing the game, being able to check into different plays, being able to set your line, being able to just to see the field. Okay, I'm not mad at that, Mike, but
no, absolutely not. No,
we're gonna get into it for sure, Frank. But I think Dak Prescott is my number one. How about you, Frank? I know can't be biased here, or I guess you can be biased because I'm still saying that number one. But how do you feel?
Are we saying quarterbacks in general, or we talking about quarterbacks in Dynasty?
Let's do Dynasty too. We can also look at it in a full scale. Like for me, I will still go Dak Prescott in Dynasty. Redraft is even more Dak.
So redraft I would go Dak. In Dynasty I would go Dart. I'm staying away from Hurts because I'm not a Hurts believer at all. I know I'm going to get killed out there, but I'm not a Hurts believer at all. So I'd probably in redraft would go Dak, Dart, Daniels, Hurts. In Dynasty, I'd go Dart, Dak, Daniels, Hurts. That's what I would do.
And Rocco, how do you feel about Jackson Dart in 2026?
I'm nervous. I am nervous about the offensive environment. I think I want to say he was one of my players I hated on when I had Chev on not too long ago. I'm worried about the offensive environment. I mean, they got a who's who of who's not at OC and coach, and some of the most conservative, nincompoop ass coordinators. Yeah. They just fucking terrible, awful.
They got
terrible.
Matt Nagy as the OC, Brian Callahan as the passing coach or whatever, and Greg Roman as the senior offense assistant. What? So yeah,
I will say Brian Callahan is one of the best offensive line coaches that's been in the game. Anything else is not.
You know who that's gonna help? That's gonna help Scatterboo go for fucking 1,300 yards this year.
Yeah, unless Najee Harris has something to say about it.
Spoiler alert, he is one of my guys this year. But the passing offense, I'm a little nervous. You got Malik Neighbors coming off of the ACL. Everybody's ready to rush out there and say he's back. But, I mean, it wasn't that long ago we saw him where he could barely move at a softball game. And he had another procedure in the offseason after the initial procedure. So, you got that going on. You got Fields, who I like, but he's a rookie.
Love.
Then after that, it gets a little dicey. You got Darnell Mooney. You got Theo Johnson. You hope
Odell.
Fuck out of here.
Open Odell.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. You got Isaiah Likely, who everybody's ready to pump up, but he couldn't break out with the fucking Ravens, and he can't keep his feet in bounds, and he's like the poor man's version of Jawan Johnson with some of the plays that he makes. So I'm a little nervous about the overall offensive environment. And Harbaugh, they seeked out Harbaugh, so he's gonna be there for a minute unless they just totally fucking nosedive over like 2 or 3 seasons. So he's gonna be there. I don't see the offensive environment getting better anytime soon. And I say all of this as somebody that traded Jalen Hurts for Jackson Dart, but I am a little bit nervous.
I will say, Frank, and hear me out on this one.
Okay.
I do not dislike Jackson Dart as a player. I actually think he's fun as hell when he's on it because he plays with muscle. And that's somebody and
fun.
That's something that I really appreciate from the quarterback. Like, he goes out there and he will battle it out. But I want to see him be more smart about how he plays. That hit he took in the preseason, it has nothing to do with him. Sadly, and I love me some Tyrone Tracy. He just missed the block and got your quarterback head taken off.
Oh, I know.
But you know what I'm saying? So I do want to see him be healthy. And I also want to see him and it's going to be hard with the coaches, but to see him take the steps, have more command of the offense, help kind of elevate your guys around you, and, still do what you do. I still think he gives you a nice rushing floor. He'll get you some rushing touchdowns in there because he can use his legs.
Mm-hmm.
And if Malik Neighbors come back, I think we can see the best of Jackson Dart by mid-year when Malik Neighbors gets more healthier. Maybe Malachi Fields gets the rolling. They still got Darius Slayton, who has literally in best ball, he has some spike weeks where he can give you some production. And you got some other guys in that offense. I'm actually one of the people who do like Isaiah Likely. And he's, from what the reports I heard this offseason, he's been one of Jackson Dart's favorite guys to target.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I'm not all the way out on Jackson Dart. I do think if I'm going to rank, obviously I'm going Dak Prescott. I think just because of where he's going, it's hard for me. I don't necessarily take Jayden Daniels just because I don't. When I'm looking at quarterbacks, I wait a little bit longer. And 2, that boy, we're literally built the same way. Like, he's damn near frail as hell. So I don't think, you know what I'm saying? And when you're counting on someone to give you, and he's a good passer as well, but you also are looking for some rushing ability out of Jayden Daniels too. They just lost an offensive lineman in Tunsil, and we got to see what Stephon Diggs does. They still got Terry, scary Terry. We still like Billy. He still got Rashard White back in practice. So there is ways for that offense to be well. But just for the purposes of it, I still have to put Jayden Daniels in front of Dart. But I do think by mid-season, if everything goes well for Jackson Dart, they can be relatively on par with each other. Just because I don't see the Commanders' offense blowing anybody out. But I do see that the Giants' offense can improve as they become healthy.
So what's your list again? It's going to be Dak, Daniels, Dart, and then Hurts. Oh
shit! I forgot about Hurts. Damn, that's hard for me. I think Hurts does take a little step back, and that does mean AJ Brown, I think, is going to be severely missed, and Devontae Smith is still limited. We still got Lemon, who isn't fully out there. He's going through the paces, but I don't think in his year 1 he's going to be able to kind of give you or be able to produce and neglect what you lost in AJ Brown. But damn, motherfucking Wicks has been going crazy in practice with his releases. That route running has been deadly.
It all looks great until he actually has to catch the ball.
Yeah, and you put a first string defense against him. So,
and we got our boy Chev in the house. He says Hurts, Daniels, Dart from a fantasy perspective.
I think that's Dak.
Thank you. That's
put
what fucked me up.
Yeah, Dak.
Put extra R.
Correct, yeah.
Hurts, Dak, Daniels, Dart from a fantasy perspective. It hurts me. I'm gonna still have to go Dak. But Hurts is up there. He get tush push.
I think I agree with Chev here. I actually think that losing AJ Brown is going to help the offense because now he doesn't have to worry about getting the ball every single time to AJ Brown. He doesn't have to worry about missing a throw and AJ Brown dressing him down on the sideline and telling him that he's a bitch and shit like that. So I think he'll be able to play more naturally and go to who's open and not have to force things. So I actually believe that he is going to have a good year with a new OC. He still brings the tush push. That's the most, I mean, as much as we hate it, it's the most unstoppable play in the NFL. And he's going to score a lot of points, behind that play. So, yeah, from a fantasy perspective, I think it's close because I think if everything goes right and Dak actually stays healthy, I think he could push close to 5,000 yards. But what Hurts brings on the ground, in addition to what I believe should be an improved passing game, even as funny as it sounds with AJ Brown out of there, I think the passing game will actually improve this year. So with that being said, Hurts, Dak, Daniels, and Dart.
Wow. I'm going to make a bold statement right now on the podcast.
Let's hear it.
Cole Payton, I'd rather have as my quarterback than Jalen Hurts.
Oh shit.
Oh, you and Gino would you and Gino would get along very, very nicely.
So
damn, we're going. That's that's a hella spicy, Frank. I ain't
put
going.
that
That's
out
hella.
there.
I can't hate on Jalen too much on that part, just because passing wise he might be a little limited, but I think up in this noggin, I think he's actually really good. His legs going to keep him around, and then I think another part of the Philadelphia offense woes of last year was the offensive coordinator, who was very much buttermilk buns. They got a new one. There's also had several new offensive coordinators in the last couple of years, so they're trying to figure it out. If you were damn chef? Chef said I would rather have a fifth rounder than a Super Bowl MVP. I do like Cole Payton. Nevertheless, I keep it about. I think in 3 years of development, this preseason game, he looked like a rookie. But I'm not. I think as a development piece, he could be someone that the Eagles could, and that's a big if. Jalen Hurts gets ran out of Philly, right? If their season goes all the way left and they don't make the playoffs and they have a losing season, let's say they go 6-10, 5-11. Actually, I got to add one more game in there. But if they go that, I could definitely see some rumbles about Jalen Hurts. Like, we got to get this guy out of here, right? Now, what are you looking to see out of Jackson Dart in 2026? Like, what do you want out of your quarterback, or what to prove that he's your guy?
I believe he is our guy. I want him to stay healthy. I want him to play smart. I want him not to go out there and try to run somebody over when he knows he can't. I want him to slide when he has to slide. And that's basically it. He's got the leadership. He's got the charisma. He has brought spark back to the New York Football Giants. Mm-hmm. So if he can stay healthy, stay on the field, I believe it's going to be a fun, long season for the New York Football Giants. Now, if he plays like he has been playing and he decides that he wants to be reckless, it's going to be a long season for us Giant fans.
Do you think that Scatterboo and Dart have a toxic relationship?
I think they have the best relationship in football between the two of them. I think the two of them lift each other up. I think the two of them, one can put the other on its back and take over this team. So the two of them together is what makes this football team. So without the one, it's going to be hard. But having both of them healthy and both of them playing smart where they're not doing stupid backflips in the end zone, I think they're going to go far, and I think that it's going to be a good season.
I will say, if Jackson Dart does get hurt, Jameis Winston time.
I love Jameis Winston.
It could be some.
I love him. And I think he's the perfect fit there.
Will the offensive offensive terrorists that they have there, Will they hold back YOLO Winston?
Oh, I don't know.
Like I love me some Winston for fantasy because he just tosses that bitch.
I love Jameis Winston. I love him so much. I think he fits that locker room. And yeah, I have no problem him being the backup, and I love that he's on this football team. So,
and shoot, before we head to the running backs, who has the best backup quarterback situation? I can't really. I think Milton has progressed from years what we've seen from him before. He looked good in his first preseason game. Got to see what the second one goes about. But he did look pretty solid in his first preseason. But it's hard to beat out Jameis Winston as your backup quarterback. And
Mariotta's the best backup.
who?
Mariota.
Hell no.
Marcus
Mariota is fucking
no.
rock solid.
no.
He is cock solid backup.
Yeah.
Hell no.
No.
I'd rather
No.
give me Jameis anytime over.
You're not
Yeah.
going to win games with Jameis. This is not.
And you're not going to win games with Mariota. What the hell?
Mariota won games last year.
No. I'd rather have Winston over Mariota any day of the week. No,
I'm taking Winston.
In
And it's
fantasy
going to be
football,
fun.
but not if you're trying to win games.
Yeah.
And it's going to be fun to do it. But, and then I'm thinking about the Eagles have Tanner McKee as their backup quarterback.
I'm saying Cole Payton's their backup, but if you want to go Tanner McGee, Tanner McGee's not that bad either. So they have two good backups there. So I have no problem with Tanner McGee.
Chef says the Commanders or the Giants. I'm going the Giants on this one. And then Mike says Mariota or Jameis. Don't nobody want to hear about no goddamn Mac Jones right now, Jamie.
Mac Jones is not in the NFC East, Jamie. Stay on task.
You got no goddamn Mac Jones. Mac Jones. Oh, Andy Dalton, man, don't get me started.
Oh no,
he is?
Carrot Head.
Fucking Red Rocket Randy Dalton.
We got enough redheads off this mug. We do. Keep it a buck. Now,
carpets match the drapes.
Running back situation, I think, and once again, I'm gonna be biased. Javonte Williams is going to have the best season out of all those running backs in the NFC East because they have one of the better offensive linemen that's going to be improved this year, and they have George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb out wide, which opens things up in the middle, which is why they were top 5 when it came to yards per carry in the NFL last year and EPA when they were rushing. So I think when this year, and also if Saquon Barkley is able to stay healthy, he might have a little competition. But I think Javonte Williams improves upon what we was able to see last year, especially if you think that offense was really good last year. Just think what a year 2 in a Shoddy's offense is going to be. But obviously I'm a Cowboys fan, so I got to root for my guy Javonte. But I really believe in that 100%. Now, hey, let us know, Frank, what you thinking about this running back landscape of the NFC East?
Are we going on full health? Everyone's healthy?
Everyone's healthy.
Scatterbull number 1. Saquon Barkley number 2. Fat Man, Krajon Allen number 3. And Williams number 4.
Williams number 4? What?
Yes.
Do you think Commanders got a better running back than?
I love Fat Man. I think Krajon Allen's going to be a stud in the NFL.
Krajon Allen's not going to really get majority of the touches to like end of the season.
I don't know about that.
I
think week 4.
Bill Shaw.
Week 4.
I like it. I have a couple Krajon Allen shares out there, so it would be cool. But I also have a couple Billy Goats out there as well. And I also got maybe 2-3 shares of Rashard White, who I do like. But hey, that was a bar. You feel me? Now, but we do have Saquon Barkley when at the best. Once again, it's going to help that AJ Brown is not in the offense anymore because they're going to lean on him a lot more. You hear me? But I still think, and also I think if you talk about any guy who has home run ability, it has to be Saquon Barkley. For sure.
The only reason why I didn't say Saquon is because he's coming off, 2 years ago? He's coming off 400 carries. What was it? How many carries did he actually have?
Yeah.
And
I think he was pushing up against 500
Yeah,
touches.
and what's this? And he's, how old is he now? He's almost 30 years old.
Almost about to touch 30. I think he turns 30 this season.
Yeah, if it wasn't they wasn't so they were leaning on him as much and his body wasn't as the workload that he got, I'd probably say Saquon number one. But I'm with his age and the amount of carries that he's had over his career. That's why. And we're all going off. We said full healthy. That's why I put Scat in front of him.
Well, what do you think, Rocco? What do you think about the RB landscape of the NFC East?
I'll go in reverse order to build up some momentum and some suspense here. Obviously, it's whoever the fuck is running the ball in Washington is last. Sorry, Frank, but yeah, that's a fucking quagmire I want no parts of. Outside of the very, very end of my bench or my taxi squad, stay over there. Next is Javonte Williams. I think he's going to have a good year, but I just think these other two are going to have a little bit better year. And that is Cam Scatterboo, who averaged 18.8 points per game in his 6-game stretch where he was winning people weekly. And he's just fun to have on your squad. Like, he brings the aura, he brings the energy. He's provocative. He gets the crowd going. And number one last ride for Saquon. He had a down year. I believe in the bounce back. This might be the last ride, but I think the offensive lines have improved. I think the offense will be improved. And I think all of that, spells well for Saquon in 2026.
All I'm saying is about Saquon is that Javonte is never going to be able, and his best season, and shout out to Saquon because he did touch 2,000 yards in 2024 with 5.8 yards per carry and went for 13 touchdowns. If you're talking touchdowns, I think Javonte is right there with Saquon. He's not going to touch 345 rushing touches. Just not going to happen on the Cowboys. We throw the ball when you have George Pickens, when you have CeeDee Lamb, that just comes with it. You're definitely not going to run the ball 345 times. And also depends on how we feel about Jadon Blue, how we feel about, I don't even want to say Phil Maffa because he's there, but I don't think we would lean upon him. We like Malik Davis.
No, if Javonte gets hurt, y'all are fucked.
Yeah, I had so many shares of Blue last year and heartbroken. Hurt. And the funny thing with the boys, if they play from behind, they're not going to run the ball as much. They're going to be throwing the ball, and that's why Dak is a great dynasty, he's a great fantasy quarterback to have. So that's the only thing about the boys and Williams is I don't think they're going to be their defense. The defense is not that good, so they're going to have to score a lot of points, and that's going to limit the amount of carries by Williams, especially later on in the season. It might be in the beginning of the season, first 2 games, he might score, 2 touchdowns in week 1, have another 2 touchdowns in week 2, but after that, they're going to be shooting it out.
No, hear me out. Our defense, we're going to have a top 15 defense in 2026 with Christian Parker. He has our secondary playing different. He has our upfront guys playing different. I think Quentin Williams has a career year. I think our boy Clark gets back into it. And then our linebacker play would be better. So I'm actually really excited to see how our defense does. Because everywhere Christian Parker has been, he has turned that defense around. And he also has coached up some of really great all-pros that we've seen. So if we even have remotely we don't have to have a top 10 defense. If we're right in the middle, because we was dog water last year, we're going to be so much better. It's going to give our offense more better opportunities. So, but the only thing Javonte doesn't do as much as Saquon is catch passes, where I think Saquon clears them and is not even close in that direction, right? So if we're talking about rushing and pass catching, then I think Saquon has to be the number one guy there. I'm still not putting Cam Scatterbo over Javonte Williams. Not happening.
You will soon.
Yeah,
I would never have Cam Scatterbo over Javonte.
Fat man
Williams.
doesn't catch the ball either, so he just straight runs. So
Cam Scatterbo is definitely third, and it's not even close for me. but we'll see how this
Hey,
year goes.
you'll be wrong.
And if I'm right, I'm gonna come back to this video and I'm gonna play it on every single
Play
social
it,
media that we have.
play it on a loop.
Every single social media that we have. Mike Robb says Huncho saying a lot of words to not say this is our year. I'm not that cowboy. I'm really not that type of cowboy fan. I don't say that this is our year whatsoever. So, but I do believe that we will be better. I do believe in Christian Parker. I do believe in Shotty's offense. I do believe we made our defense better than it was last year, and we put them in a position to be greater. So, and that's me saying this could be our year. It could be a better year for sure.
Omar said Scatterboo is going to be a monster, and let's just say he has
as long as he's
sources.
healthy. Yes, he will be.
We got hey man, we'll see. We'll definitely see it, but I do think it's going to be fun. Whether it's, I guess, not for a Commanders fan, I think we can all agree whoever the fuck happens in Washington is going to be whoever has the hot hand. If Merritt doesn't show something to where he's kind of just leading the way, it's going to be a little difficult. I think they're going to start looking at Rashard White, and then if Rashard White ain't hitting, throw it Kaytron Allen in there. But I do say if Billy does get hurt, I could see Kaytron Allen being like the early downs guy, and then Rashard White retaining his third down pass blocking. You feel me? So,
Chef is on one in the comment section.
Hey man,
we gotta get Chev on. Tell him to come on right now. Just get him on
for sure. Like I said, Cowboys we're gonna have a good year. Most you're not fucking with our offense. Most people ain't fucking with our offense. We have literally, probably arguably the best wide receiver tandem in the NFL, and we just got to work on the whole. Got to see what our young offensive line is. But I do believe in Tyler Smith. I think Guyton has taken the steps to be better left tackle. The only person I'm really worried about on offensive line is Terrence Steele, the right tackle. But overall, I think Cowboys it's going to be fun for sure for this year. And our defense won't be the one that kills us. Our special teams get that shit together too.
Special teams wins games for you.
Special teams wins games, Frank. So I think that needs some added pieces in there from Nick
They're
Sorensen.
special. Thanks for asking.
So I do think, if we're looking at with Saquon Barkley getting up there in age, and he's already turned, his birthday already passed, so it was February 9th, so he will be 29 for the whole NFL season, so he won't turn 30 until next year. Do you feel like now is the time to get out early on Saquon, or are you just holding Saquon for dear hands on your team until it just goes out?
If I have him, I'm keeping him. I'm not going to trade him. I'm just going to wait for him to go into retirement. No, unless someone throws an offer at me that I can't refuse, I'm just going to keep him.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, Saquon is still a first round value, right? You're not just going to send him out for an early second. Correct. I don't think it even goes in your mind that I'm going to give Saquon away for a second.
Correct. It's automatic decline if it's nothing like that. It has to blow me away if I have him to get rid of him.
So is it safe to say Saquon goes into that Derrick Henry group?
Yes.
He's going to that's a guy, CMC, another guy. Those are guys that they're going to have to die on your roster.
Yes. If I have him. I'm not going to trade for him, and I'm not going to give him up. He'll stay on my roster.
Isn't that is the hard spot, is it not? Like,
yes.
He's not somebody you would go out there and go get unless you're like, okay, let's say you get through halfway the season and you're one of the contenders, one of your guys get hurt. Are you going out to get a Saquon Barkley then?
Good question. It all depends on what it's going to cost me. So if it's going to cost me a player that I have now or if it's going to cost me picks and I'm going to win the chip, I'll give the picks up to yes, I will do that. What
pick would you give up for Cam Scatterbo?
If he's healthy and I'm right there and I'm going to win, I'm giving a first. Would it matter for you 2027 or 2028? No, it doesn't make a difference. If I'm going to win the chip, that says it all. It doesn't make a difference now. Because look at it this way: if I'm going to make it to the championship game, I'm going to have the 27th, 11th, 12th pick.
Literally, yeah.
I want the chip. I want the chip versus that. So yes, I will give up the 27 or 28. Correct. But I value
Rocco's cutting in.
I actually value the 29 picks more than the 28 picks. I'll just throw that out there.
Rocco's going to cut in here. As far as Saquon Barkley, the problem, if you have him, you're not going to get what he's worth in real life. Like, everybody's going to be ageist. Yes. In dynasty leagues, everybody's going to be ageist, and they're going to see a back that's approaching 30 years old, and they're not going to give you. Maybe you might get a single first for him, so it's better to hold him.
That's what I said.
If he blows up, you can wait till in season to, trade him to a contender, and then you will be able to maximize your profit on him. As far as Scatterboo, I just traded a first and a second for him in 14 teams. So, those are a little bit depleted. And it is a contender, but I felt fucking awesome giving that up because Cam Scatterboo is one of the best young running backs in the league. He's fun to have, and when he's playing, and he's going to get a lot of fucking touches this year.
Rocco, I love
he's going to completely nuke fucking Tyrone Tracy. Everybody was like, Tyrone Tracy this, he's a good back, he's this and that. That dude got fucking nuked when fucking Cam Scatterboo started coming on last year. Everybody's like, oh, they're going to bring in this guy, that guy. They don't give a fuck about who they bring in because he's fucking awesome, and he'll park their ass on the bench, and he's a fucking elite pass catcher. He's elite at misforced tackles. He's elite at getting the fucking crowd going. He's elite at putting people in the stands, and he's elite at getting me to stand up and fucking yell my ass off on Sundays.
He is a dog, and I love you, Rocco.
California pointed to, and he had a really good point to where since the 27 class is so deep, like you can afford giving up that first because you're still going to be able to get guys in the second to help your team out.
Yes.
Yeah. My teams are littered with thirds, seconds, thirds, and fourths because I know how man, Chev, you talking shit now, Chev. Jump on the pod.
Come on,
we'll
get
talk
Chev
this
on
now.
you now. Get on him. Get him on
I
you.
sent him the link, but he's too high.
Najee is not. If y'all don't
He's
see,
gonna be
Chef
like
says
me when the gummy hits. It'll be like, blah, 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 blah.
Najee is back to own in New York.
Najee's nothing. No.
I will say on that part, he's not going to Najee being around because we still got to see him. I hear he did have a good workout, but I still got to see him how he bounces around on that Achilles, right? But I do think now that it does make Tyrone Tracy a trade candidate to where like there and I honestly don't even think him missing because it was bad, but it looks like he was supposed to do another action on that play, and then he didn't. The guy went on a blitz, and then he tried to react after that, so he couldn't get back into his spot. Sadly, got his quarterback killed, and that just left a bad taste in Harbaugh's mouth. He's like, "Yeah, you got me effed up, right?" But I do think Tyrone Tracy is a solid back. I think he's a fun RB too. That
he had
he can
1,000 all-purpose yards last year.
I'm saying
so. He's not that bad. It's just that the truth is, who's going to trade for him? No, I don't think anyone's going to knocking on the Giants' door asking for Tyrone Tracy. So, I think he'll stay as a Giant until his contract's up. I don't think anyone's going to be traded for him.
Who has a likelier chance of getting moved? Tyrone Tracy or Caleb Johnson? As we've been hearing, he could be cut from the Steelers.
Listen, Caleb Johnson got stuck in the doghouse. Now there's a new regime there. I don't know if he can get out of the doghouse. I think he needs to go to a different team. So if I was the New York Giants and I can trade Tyrone Tracy for Caleb Johnson, I'd do it.
I think it would be fun. He would be fun. He damn near gives you the same body type, body size as a Najee Harris, and I think he's more explosive. So
Yes.
and he's not that explosive, but I think he's more explosive than Najee Harris for sure. You know what I mean? So I like it. I like it. Now, let's head to the wide receivers because this is my favorite portion.
Oh shit!
This is my favorite portion because this when things get a little serious around here because we know who's the top guys. We talk about wide receiver rooms, and that's motherfucking the Cowboys with George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. The top 10.
I'll give you that you have the best dual combo right now. But I'm still high on Malachi Fields, and I've been high on Malachi Fields for the longest time. But Malik Neighbors is the number one wide receiver in this conference, hands down. Bottom line, I don't care what you say. If you're talking about dual, yes, you got Lamb and Pickens. I'll give that to you right now. But Neighbors is the top dog in this conference.
I'm gonna go on the record and say, and I don't really hold where guys go in startup drafts and things like that. But when I'm looking at, and don't get me wrong, Malik Neighbors is a dog. Like when healthy, he gets shit done. Whether it's short, intermediate, deep, he can run it all. He can run all routes. They're sharp as hell, explosive. I love his routes, right? I love his game. He ain't fucking with Pickens, right? I'm gonna keep it a buck solid. He can't, and like Pickens is I think Pickens, and I've been watching him since his freshman year, and even at Hoover in high school. Pickens has godly ball tracking, and I will say once again, it's for me it goes hand in hand. I'm a little bit trolling too, but Malik Neighbors is one of them fellas. And I wish I took advantage on the injury discount when it was there. I would love to see how he plays in week 1 because we do go against each other in week 1. CeeDee Lamb, I'm right there with Malik Neighbors. I think CeeDee Lamb is better than Malik Neighbors, and I'm very wholeheartedly. Most people have been saying, "Oh, CeeDee Lamb is
what?
Well, CeeDee Lamb is better."
Say that again.
He said wholeheartedly.
CeeDee Lamb is wholeheartedly better than. Now, don't get me wrong. I like me some Malik Neighbors, but
what?
Yeah, Malik Neighbors ain't fucking with CeeDee. I'm gonna keep it a buck. He ain't fucking with CeeDee. I think they're probably on par on after the catch, even though I'll give it to CeeDee on it. They're pretty close. If we're talking jump ball, I'm giving it to Malik Neighbors because that's not really CeeDee Lamb's game. But I'm going CeeDee Lamb over Malik Neighbors. That's me. Give it a butt. But
all right, I want everyone in the chat right now to tell us who's better, Neighbors or Lamb. That's crazy talk.
Lamb every time, and I've been taking the discount on CeeDee Lamb.
That's more Homer crazy type right there. Holy
CeeDee Lamb is on dark. He's my dark horse wide receiver 1. Now, hear me out.
I know. I remember you saying that. I remember you saying
he was literally on par, or he was on. I don't even know how to word the sentence, but before he got injured, he was looking to go over 1,400 receiving yards on the season. That would have put him in the top 5. He would have been one of the guys. And you're telling me he's on one of the best offenses in the league, one of the better running offenses in the league, has one of the Ashadi, who was named top 10 play caller in the NFL, and he got another dog on the other side of him, so he cannot get doubled and taken away. I love me some CeeDee Lamb. Now, I'm not going to go on his one episode and say CeeDee Lamb is better than Jamar Chase, because then I'd be lying. I'd be lying and stealing the church's money. Jamar Chase is the best receiver in the NFL, hands down.
Yes, Chase is 1. Okay, so let's do this. Chase is 1.
Chase is 1.
Who's number 2?
Number 2,
Puka's 1.
I would go Jackson Smith and Jibba.
Okay, JSN. Okay, I go that as well.
JSN.
Yes, number 3.
JSN, and then I'd go CeeDee.
See, that's where we're different.
CeeDee,
because if Neighbors with health, if Neighbors was healthy, it would be Neighbors and then Amar St. Brown, then CeeDee Lamb for me.
Like CeeDee.
But you have CeeDee over the two of them. That's wow.
I'm telling you.
All right.
I'm taking CeeDee.
Hey,
CeeDee,
I'll give it to you.
and then
I'll give it to you.
I literally almost ran out the house butt ass naked when we drafted CeeDee Lamb, because like I was watching CeeDee Lamb in college. I'm like, I swear to God, I hope we are able to draft this man. And you know what? The football guys answered our prayers, because then the Broncos drafted Jerry Jeudy. They went Jerry Jeudy, and then the Eagles, Mike, I'm looking at you. Mike, right, I'm looking right at you. And then the Philadelphia Eagles draft Jalen Reagor over CeeDee Lamb.
I would have ran out of my house butt naked if the Giants got Carnell Tate, but they didn't get him. So I feel the same way you feel that way. So I understand where you're coming from. Hey, it's a player you love. And I get it. You get your guy. And I love that about you. Get your guy. Look, see, there you go. There you go.
Feel me?
I love that.
Got it.
I feel you.
Shorty. But I do like.
I don't even get naked when I shower. So
I love Malik Neighbors. Now I worry about the Giants wide receiver too. Can Malachi Fields, who Chef was in the chat, was really high on Malachi Fields. Can the other guys step up? I'm not really like Darius Slayton. I think we all know what he is at this point, right? I think he's just a guy. And then you still got Jalen Hyatt on your team.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Throw up. You hear me? Do you think? I do have a question for you. Do you think Odell has at least another 500-yard season in him?
My heart says yes. My gut says no. Because they're bringing him in because of a flag of football game. And that's the only reason why my gut says that. But my heart says I want it to happen. Especially if everyone stays healthy. I want to see how far this team can go with him. If he, like you said, can go over 500 yards. So I'm hoping for that. Yes.
Jalen Hyatt's better than Odell at this point.
Oh hell no! Can't do it. Hell no! I see that gummy already working. I see.
Oh, you don't know what I hit. I'll just be quiet and just.
Hunch, I got a question for you. Yeah. So I'm a huge Moore fan, and him going over to the Saints was the best thing they ever did. Yeah. You guys had him. Jerry Jones wanted him to be the next head coach, and then they let him go. Are you happy that he's gone, or are you mad that he's gone?
You know,
and are you?
It was a sticky situation just because of you had at the time Mike McCarthy, and we were giving him chances after chances, and they did not want to lose Shoddy for sure, right? They did not want to have him to lead the building, so we weren't going to be able to keep Kellen Moore and Shoddy at the same time. No. Initially, I'll keep it a butt. Like, when we were doing our head coaching search, I wanted us to give Shoddy a shot at it. I kind of saw what we already knew about Kellen Moore in a way, and sometimes we would get stale. And don't get me wrong, I think Kellen Moore is once again is or was the most winningest quarterback in college football. I think as an NFL coach, he does add some razzle dazzle, but I think Shoddy has our offense in a good spot, right? So that's to be said. If shit went totally left and Shoddy wasn't good, and I would have been like, fuck, maybe we should have kept Kellen Moore, right? But I think what Shoddy he's been able to do, losing Kellen Moore to the Saints, and I'm super happy that Kellen Moore got a chance to be head coach because he has that kind of personality to be.
Yes.
So, I wasn't too upset. I think Shoddy deserved to be a head coach because he also has that personality, charisma, a leader of men. Correct. To get guys into a good spot. So, I like me some. Mike says I want to hear these wide receiver rankings. we basically did. So all right, bet. Let's go with you, Frank. Rank the wide receiver groups for the NFC East for our big dog Mike right here.
All right, so if we're going individual, we're going dual, we're going overall. Yes. So overall, I'm going to get to the boys. Number one. Boys number one. Number two, I am giving it to.
That's a hard one.
I don't care. I'm giving it to the Giants. I don't care. I love Malachi Fields, and I believe in Malachi Fields. And Neighbors is a superstar. Number 3, I'm gonna give it to the shitty Eagles. I'm sorry. They have a better wide receiver core than the I'll say the Redskins or the Commanders, you want to call them, whatever. Yeah, they got nobody over there in Washington. So I go Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, Redskins.
And I have a question, and then Rocco, I'm gonna get your feedback on this too. I want to hear what you have to say. We're looking at the Commanders now, since we all can agree Scary Terry, when healthy, is a good wide receiver, right? But he is either is or reaching 30, and then you go out to get Stephon Diggs, who is 30 on the older side, but they also have Antonio Williams in that group. And then you look at
I like Antonio Williams.
Me as well. And then when you look at the Philadelphia Eagles, Devontae Smith, former Heisman, now gets the chance to be wide receiver 1. And then you got Lemon. It depends on how you feel about Lemon. I love Lemon. He was never for me in this class wide receiver 1. It was always Tate for me.
It was Tate number 1, Lemon 2, Tyson 3 for me.
So do you see that pair? And if we're looking at some other guys, I guess you could count Wicks in that group too.
I'll count Stowers over Wicks, even though he's a tight end.
Yeah, he's been having trouble blocking.
He'll be playing that slot a lot once he gets acclimated with this offense.
Hold up now, Mike. Because I will say, as much as I love some Devontae Smith,
it's true. It's damn true.
He ain't better than Malik Neighbors.
No, absolutely not.
No. I'm going Malik Neighbors over Devontae Smith.
The delta from Devonta to Neighbors is less than the delta from Lemon to Fields.
I will say that, though.
Chasm.
Rocco did hit it on the head with that part.
I don't know about Wicks. Wicks and Mooney, I mean, they don't even need to be on this discussion. Like, they're just over there. Just they play football occasionally, but they're not gonna factor into this conversation. So
what the hell we smoking? What we smoking today? In what world do them boys finish better than us? And Crispy says you can hear the Homer copium doing the mental gymnastics.
There is a lot of Homerism happening tonight.
No.
I am the one unbiased person on this podcast.
Let us hear it, Rob.
Let me tell you who is actually the best wide receivers. Are we going by grouping or are we going by individual? Well, let's go by
we can start with the groups.
We're gonna go by grouping first.
We'll go groups.
Yes, we start by groups and then individual.
Okay. Let's go. I'm gonna go with the Giants last. They have Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors is coming off an ACL, and the rest of those guys are mid or rookies.
Oh my
Sorry,
God!
Frank.
You better take another gummy over there.
Hey, it hasn't hit yet, so I might agree with you, buddy. In another 15 minutes. Giants are last. So next we got the Washington Commandos, who I trust more. F1 is gonna have a season like he got paid for last year, because he's healthy. Diggs, you got to keep him from. You got to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband. But he gonna ball out. He gonna ball out for the Commandos.
Jayden Daniels better hide his mom from Diggs. I'm telling you right now, they're gonna be dating by the end of the season.
I think he fucked Jayden Daniels' mom already. Honestly, I think that's how he got the gig.
He's gonna be calling him stepdad.
That's how he fucking got the. That's how he got the gig.
Shady's touchdown pass.
I tell you that.
But I'm coming from a realistic point of view. Those guys are healthy. Those guys are vets. Those guys are gonna be professional wide receivers. When I don't know what's gonna happen with Neighbors, because, like I said, he's coming off of a major knee injury. Everybody's ready to see, 2024 Neighbors, but we have to be realistic, and we're talking about 2026. So for 2026, I got the Giants, I got the Commandos, I have the Eagles, because Devonta Smith is going to have a career year. Mekhi Lemon is my wide receiver 2 in this class. And then obviously it's the Cowboys at 1. When you got a number 1 like George Pickens and you also got CeeDee Lamb, I mean that's just incredible talent to have on one roster. And as far as those guys individually, I got it Pickens, I have it CeeDee Lamb, I have it Neighbors, I have it Devonta Smith, I have it F1, and whoever else.
Wow. Well, now we did say everyone was healthy. That's why I said healthy. The way I said it. So,
if healthy, I gotta have Malik Neighbors.
If healthy, yes.
I gotta have Malik Neighbors somewhere up there, just because of that man he's for real a dog. It's hard, and it makes me sick to my stomach to really say that shit. But he's one of them ones.
Is the Cowboys going to pay Pickens and Lamb, or are they going to keep one or the other?
I think
Rocco over there.
CeeDee Lamb has said on multiple
That's a good one, bro.
that he doesn't care if George Pickens makes more than him, right? So I do think if he makes, I believe CD makes $34 million right now. If George Pickens comes in at 36.5, I think that can very much, because as much as we love having George Pickens is having so much fun being a Dallas Cowboy, right? He has talked about it in several interviews with the Cowboys media, that the environment that he's in basically has flipped the switch for him, where he's older now and he's enjoying football again. It seemed like, once again, he also had Arthur Smith as his offensive coordinator, and that would make anybody crash out on the field, right? But go ahead.
Jerry Jones doesn't have a deep pocket when he does have a deep pocket. So that's the only thing I'm questioning, is that when it's time to pay both these players, is he going to pay both these players?
So if I could also see this another scenario, he did get franchise tagged this year. Mm-hmm. He can also be franchise tagged again next year. But we also, you see the cap room goes up, or the salary cap gets increased every year. And then also we're able to, like Quentin Williams signing his deal just gave us about $13 million in cap space. We can sign guys and make it work, restructure some things. Like, we can make that money appear super quickly, right? So I do think you don't bet. Like, I believe the reason why they didn't give him a contract this year, because you want to see him do it again, right? You want to see him maybe 2025. Maybe you want to see him on some more good behavior, because there was points of last year he was.
I know Steve Smith got all over his ass.
Yeah, he was disciplined last year because he was missing. He was late to practice. He was late to meetings. He got him and CD got in trouble out in Las Vegas. Anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's film out there on that one. So you want to see him keep evolving in 2026. But once again, that is to say, Dallas Cowboys got the best wide receiver tandem. For sure. And then I still love me some Scary Terry, right? I think right now, and like I said a little bit earlier, I've been taking advantage on CeeDee Lamb has been going in startups, because now, unless somebody loves CeeDee more than I do, he hasn't been going in the first round as he usually.
No, correct.
He's been going to that mid to late second. And he's in that second, which is, I think, wonderful value. Even Malik Neighbors sometimes gets in that direction. I would say mid second for Malik Neighbors too.
Well, that's because of his injury. If he was healthy, he'd be late first.
I think he would be. I think if healthy, Neighbors would probably come off the board right after where you take Puka Nacua goes and where
JSN Puka. Neighbors.
Correct.
Yep.
So and then George Pickens now goes in the same area as CD, who once again are going to be the best wide receiver tandem, right? So, or he goes into that early third. So where I'm looking at now, Scary Terry probably is somebody, and it also depends on how you feel about JD5. But I think Scary Terry is another guy that can add you some proven veteran piece on a dynasty roster, even more important in redraft, right? Where age doesn't matter. Then Stephon Diggs, another redraft piece. Neighbors is honestly the only guy, if I'm thinking about on the Giants receiving core, who I still like in Dynasty. And even in redraft, fuck it. If he's there, go ahead and take him. But if it's good value, then it gets a little slippery slope. I don't want no parts of Darnell Mooney. I don't want no parts of
No.
a rookie in Malachi Fields and redraft.
I do, but later rounds.
Okay.
In redraft. Yeah, in later rounds, still I'd take him in a redraft. Later rounds. It'd probably be like 8, 9, 10 round like that. But and a little bit probably further down in a redraft. But dynasty wise, I'm still trying to target that field.
All right. So I'm gonna do a little bit of this or that. Would you go Scary Terry or would you go Mike Evans?
Mike Evans.
Scary.
Terry's
okay. Hurt. I mean, Mike's hurt right now. I don't trust the guy that's hurt coming into the season.
Would you go Parker Washington or would you go Devontae Smith?
Parker Washington.
That's
Smitty.
You okay, Rocky going Smitty. Would you go T. Higgins or Devontae Smith?
Devontae Smith.
Smitty.
Okay. CeeDee Lamb or Nico Collins?
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee, but it's close.
It's okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere then.
In production, it'll be close because he's like the only guy there.
Yeah, I think I still love me some Nico. So these are okay. I like these. I like to see you're out of your.
I got one for you. Say it's a 3-round reversal. Okay, would you make it where if you had the 12th pick? Okay, and now you have your chance to get CeeDee Lamb at the 212. Pickens is sitting on the board still. Are you trading for that pick to grab Pickens, and would you have both on your team?
Actually, there was. I think on one dynasty roster, I do have both CeeDee Lamb and Pickens on my team, but it wasn't on purpose though. It was before I had CeeDee Lamb because there was a year where no matter where I was picking, I was going CeeDee Lamb.
You would pick.
And
tell me you stacked them with Dak. Do you have at this point you have to stack
my
them?
next question.
Of course,
like you have to be super aggressive in stacking with Dak at that point.
Oh, for sure. If I'm going, most of the time I was going Dak unless I got sniped for Dak, but. If I had to choose between the two, because I am now practicing more of diversifying my portfolio. So
that's my problem. I don't diversify very well.
So I don't always go for CeeDee now. But if I do go pick CeeDee, then I know, or if I miss out on CeeDee, then I know somewhere along the line I can either trade up to go get me a George Pickens, and I'll take that even as a fair comp to losing out on CeeDee. Because also I'm a Dogs fan.
I have a question for y'all that I got into a bit of a heated debate in the cords the other day. Dak Prescott, and we're talking about 2026. We're not talking about Dynasty. Dak Prescott or Patrick Mahomes in 2026?
Dak for me.
Dak. And I'm a Giant fan. I'm taking Dak.
All right, let's flip it. Dynasty, who you got?
Dak.
I'm still taking Dak.
Dak for sure.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I do think the Chiefs offense, they're just getting old, man. And then they got some unproven guys. Like how many years are we going to hope to see it from Xavier Worthy? How many times, and Rashid Rice is only one more incident away from being out the goddamn league for a year, right? And then you got Travis Kelce, who's still doing the damn thing, but the man's old as shit.
Man needs to retire. Get the hell out of the NFL.
So what are we going to do? You hear? So it's like I'm rolling with that. The only thing stopping Dak from being Dak or having a good year is just injuries, right? But now he's changed his body, and the injuries that he did have before was freak injuries. One time he got hurt from being tackled in the wrong way, and the other time he just popped the thigh joint. So I do think Dak Prescott is in the best health of his life, the best condition of his life, body-wise, mental-wise, and where offensive line is getting better. He was getting killed. Y'all remember that one game he got sacked by this one player like six times in that one game? Shit was hurtful for me to see. So I am. And don't get me wrong, Crispy. Mahomes is. I'm not mad if you go Mahomes or Dak because I think it's a fair discussion.
It's
But
preference at that time.
yeah, it's preference. But Dak is easily is giving you 30 touchdowns in the season. Like he flirts with the upper 30s. I can see Dak going for 5,000 yards this year. I could see Dak flirting with 40 passing touchdowns this year. And then if we're talking about 6-point passing in the league, oh shit! Somebody let that motherfucker burn. You hear me?
Wow.
who the fuck outside my house?
Wow.
He said, "Who the hell was?" That shit called. Hey, it sounded good though.
Shot driving.
It sounded good.
You did.
You're gonna get shot driving like that in my neighborhood.
I'm telling you. Gino says out of year Burrow sucks as well. I mean, yeah, people don't even hold Burrow higher than that. Even though, like, I think Burrow is now touching 30. If he hasn't hit 30, he might be 29.
Oh, I'm taking Burrow over Dak any day.
Oh, for sure. Yes, as you should, right? As you should. But I think they both give you that same passing upside, right?
Yeah, because their both defense suck. That's why. Like, I have to pass the ball for 5,000 yards to do anything with that offense. Yes.
You feel me? But
I
this wide receiver discussion was fun, man. Mike, you're hilarious, man. It would have been even fun if you was up in here. But he felt literally disrespected on some of these takes.
Wow.
Disrespected.
Sorry, you're an Eagle fan. I'm sorry.
You feel me? Now, let's end off on the tight end position.
Love my tight ends. Love it.
I think this would be fun because of where I think
Mike's going to be very happy with me.
Hey, listen, if we're looking, no, for sure. If we're looking at it, there was a point in time where I would look at it and I was like, all right, I would have Jake Ferguson off of when Mike McCarthy was our head coach because Mike McCarthy loved throwing to his tight ends. So there was a point in time where Jake Ferguson, you could have argued he was the best tight end in the division. I don't think that this year, right? I think he needs to re-show himself. Now, I'll ask y'all two before I give off my opinion. Frank, you could be the first one. How are you feeling about the tight end landscape? Do you feel like Isaiah Likely is the tight end one of the division over Chig, over Dallas Goedert?
The Philadelphia Eagles have the best tight end room in this division. I'll give it to you there. I am a huge Stowers fan. Goddard is a great tight end. You can't take that away from them whatsoever. If I'm going next, I'm going to go with the New York Giants because I think Dart has a relationship with Theo Johnson, and he's going to build a relationship with Isaiah Likely. After that, I probably would go the Cowboys, and then I'd go Chig last out of all of the tight ends. So Eagles, Giants, Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, Cowboys, Commanders for me in the tight end room.
Rocco, lay it on us, man. How are you feeling about the tight ends in the NFC East?
I think I'm going to go with the Eagles first with Dallas Goedert. I think that he is going to be the number 2 in that pass game. So, yes, that's why I'm going to go with him. I think that Lemon will eventually, take a role there, but he's been fighting the hammy all offseason. So, Dallas Goedert is going to build off of last year's 11 touchdowns. Next, I'm going to go with Giants. I think I'm actually going to go with the Giants. I think it's a little birdie in my ear that said Giants. So I'm gonna go with Chiggy Okonkwo. I'm gonna go with the Giants. I'm intrigued with Theo, even though he hasn't done shit. And Likely is just a little bit more athletic. And the third team, their tight end puts up numbers, but he's a bit boring. Jake Ferguson is just boring. Like, he's gonna get targets because he's there, but he's
doesn't
not
give you the
anything.
yards.
He's not gonna do anything exciting with it. He's
Correct.
gonna catch the ball and fall down.
Mm-hmm.
The dark horse in this whole conversation really is Chigo Konkwu, because that guy is super talented. He may be the most athletic tight end in the division. I mean, that dude flies. I mean, we've seen him go 80 yards before for a tight end, which is crazy. But if he catches on, I think he has the ability to actually, he could be the second best tight end, but he hasn't done it on a consistent basis. And at this moment in time, he's at best the number 3 in that offense. So that's how I have him ranked.
See, the reason why I like Theo Johnson, to your point, Frank, is because I do or still like Theo Johnson in 2026, because I think the Giants run more 12 personnel because of the wide receiver group not being all the way there yet.
Exactly.
Do you agree with that one?
I 1000% agree with that. Yes.
And
I do.
him, and you also hit it on the head. Him and Dart had this special connection in the red zone where he was finding Theo Johnson for some tutties now.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think as a tight end too, he still has a role, and chemistry is hard. It's hard to not point that in the direction of that. So I do like the Giants. I would have to put them when we're talking about them as a whole group, Giants for sure are the number 2 in the group. And then you got Dallas Goedert, the Eagles first for sure, especially with Dallas being healthy. There was last year, he was a little bit banged up, so he was dealing with some injuries. He's fully healthy this year. Once again, A.J. Brown's out the way. That just means more targets for Dallas, right? And then Eli Stowers might not be able to block a goddamn fly, but
he's there to play slot. That's all he's there to play. He's not there. He's not an inline tight end. We knew he wasn't an inline tight end. He's a slot tight end. Throw him the damn ball up the middle. You'll succeed.
Mm-hmm. Mekhi Lemon's gonna play the slot.
Well, Mekhi Lemon can play a slot too. So
yeah, I do think Giants are number 2 guys. We got to see it from Washington. Chig definitely won some people some money in the playoffs last year, where he went crazy. But then if you're looking at their tight end too, how many times we've been waiting for a Ben Sinnott?
Oh my God. Yep.
I mean, and we all loved his profile coming out. We all thought he would be the guy.
Right after Zach Ertz left and bye-bye, and you thought, oh, Ben Sinnott, I got him on my bench. He's on my taxi squad. I win. No. I'm sorry. I had to drop him. So,
yeah.
I'm still holding on in spots, but it's getting tough. Those waiver wire guys are getting more and more sexy. The more I look at him, and
Rocco, let it go. Let it go.
I'm holding. I'm stubborn like that.
I think we have one more year to see if, and it's kind of hard now because I still think Chig, especially with Stephon Diggs being in town, they're drafting Antonio Williams. They're gonna do a little bit of 12 personnel, right? But they're gonna take advantage of those 3 wide receivers that they have, right? To where it's going to be hard for Ben Sinnott to really have a quote-unquote breakout year. But it's not going to happen this year for sure.
I would think Lane would have more of a breakout year for the Commanders than Sinnott will. So, and you saw that the Commanders don't trust Lane either. So he's another player that I had sitting there in my taxi squad on my bench right now, hoping that he would come around. Not going to happen.
Shoot, Lane, Luke McCaffrey.
Yeah,
the second
Luke
McCaffrey brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if the Commanders felt comfortable with Sinnott, they wouldn't have went out and go get Chig. If they were comfortable in Luke McCaffrey, if they were comfortable with Lane, they wouldn't have went out and drafted Antonio Williams
or got Diggs.
And literally was so true. They were almost at the point. I think if he wasn't making a fool of himself, they definitely would have went out there and got themselves a old boy from San Francisco, Brandon Ayuk. They definitely would have shot the shot. So I do like. I do like the tight end group. I think we all agreed. This is the first time I think we all agreed on the tight end.
Exactly, we did, yes. And we gave credit to the shitty Eagles. And we gave credit to the shitty Eagles.
It made my liver almost explode.
I know, exactly.
It did not feel good, but we had to give them.
We got to give credit where credit
is due. Yes,
credit is due.
Yes.
I mean, the Eagles are the best drafting team, possibly in all of football. Them and the Rams. The Rams hit. The Rams always hit on their draft picks, but the way the Eagles maneuver around the draft board, nobody's better than that. And they've been holding up that shitty ass coach for years.
What about that phone call? What about that phone call from Lemon when he's on the phone with the Pittsburgh Steelers, thinking he's going to be a Steeler?
Oh yeah.
And then gets an incoming. Oh, hold on, coach. I got another phone call. I'm sorry. I'm going to be drafted by the Eagles. Holy shit!
Yeah,
came up and sniped him like that.
The other Pennsylvania team, right?
Yep.
I think that's crazy how that turned out. Was absolutely funny as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Funny as hell. But since we're at the almost end of the episode, I have a quick hitter. Quick question.
Uh-oh.
2026 breakout in the NFC East. Who do you have?
Breakout as in player or team?
Yep, as a player.
As a player, Scatterbo is going to break out. I'm going to say, if healthy, he's going to rush for, I'm going to say over 1,100 yards. He's going to have close to 10 touchdowns. I think he's going to be crazy. He's going to have...
Is Cam Scatterbo...
Too low? You want more?
Too low.
Two more? You want more? All right.
Does he have a top 5 finish in his 2026?
He has a top 5 finish, yes. Jackson Starts has top 8 finish in quarterbacks. Scatterbo over top 5. Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Rod?
The season's about to begin, so you might have to change at least a couple of those opinions. Since he took my guy, I'm gonna fuck it. I'm gonna go. Crispy has Bill. I'm gonna go with Chiggy Okonkwo. As much as I, respect those wide receivers, and I think they will show production. They have been injury adjacent the last few years, and if they were to miss any amount of games, Chiggy Okonkwo could blow up because they have a quarterback. And he's going to throw the ball to somebody. I'm not totally trusting in their running game, so I think they'll have to pass to stay in games. Their defense, I'm also not super impressed with. So Jayden Daniels is going to be throwing the ball, and Chiggy Okonkwo is the tight end one there. It may be a mini breakout, but I think we could see a Dallas Goedert type finish. Dallas Goedert from 2025, where he pushes up to 600 yards and gets you, 8 to 10 touchdowns.
I ain't mad at it.
Wow.
And Crispy took mine, and he pointed it out. But I'm gonna have to go Billy Goat as a breakout in 2026. No,
it's hard with this division because a lot of these guys are already established, so it's
top level.
They don't have a whole bunch of exciting offensive rookies or rookies in position to take over for the established stars and starters.
I mean, I would even go Ryan Flournoy on my team, even though he came alive last year, but I think he can even have a better year in 2000. I think we're talking about 600 plus yards at that, and giving you about 6 touchdowns.
But that's not startable in fantasy.
I mean, he's cool. I think
he's cool to own, but without injury, there's no way you're starting him.
You're starting him on your bye weeks when you have nobody else to start. And he's on your bench.
If you start him on your bye week, you might as well rebuild.
It's gonna be to see Crispy. We're just like this. We're just like this, brother.
I like Flournoy, but it's going to take an injury, and I don't wish injury on either of those receivers because I have plenty of both.
It just depends on how much we throw the ball. Because I do think where I don't know if George Pickens going off and CD going off, somebody probably has to shrink. Whether it's Jake
There's no
Ferguson.
pie. Even Ferguson, Dak likes to hyper target Ferguson way more than he should. It's a sickness.
So it's going to be fun to see. I think Ryan Florino, he's one of the, if we're talking about wide receiver threes, he's one of the better wide receiver threes that you can have on a squad. So hopefully,
I'll give you that.
Hopefully everything stays good and just. But we are at the end of the episode. Shout out to Frank for joining us on this NFC. I was glad to have you on this thing because I we're talking about NFC East. We got to have the guys that rep their teams. I don't think anybody reps the Giants as hard as you do. So
I do appreciate that. I'm glad you guys invited me on. I hope I can come on some more. And
hell yes,
it was a blast to be on with you guys. So
if you're ever up early on a Sunday morning rush, we always looking to.
Yeah, I do the Debbie Degens on Sunday morning, so I would do it at 11 o'clock. We record at 11 o'clock.
8:30.
Oh damn! I'm sleeping still. Come on, I'm still sleeping.
8:30.
Still in bed.
8:30.
All right,
okay, for that one weekend.
Wake up, Crispy. We need you.
That one weekend, we just get you out the bed early.
One weekend we could do that. Maybe 2 weekends we can do that. We could probably do that. Yes.
Well, we'd love to have you on where we go over our start and sits for that particular Sunday.
I would love to do that. That'll be fun.
Oh yeah,
we'll make that work.
Tell the folks where they can find you at, Frank.
You can find me at Dynasty Football Factory. I have content that I write there. I write it for C2C and some Dynasty as well. You can find me on X. You know where I am there. And I'm probably in like 12 Discords. Just hit my friend request me. You'll see me. I'm always on Discord. I'm always on X. And I got the Debbie Degens. We record on Sunday, like I said, in the show. Episode comes out Tuesday morning at 7 o'clock. So if you guys are watching this, head over to that. Give me some likes and subscribe as well. We got some cool content. We just did a CTC mock draft. And this week we have Brandon Lejeune coming on to do our flag plans for our Debbie guys. So we're each going to pick 7 Debbie guys that we're going to throw a flag plant on that we're rooting for here. So it'd be pretty cool if you guys listen to that. And I do want to say this really quick. I'm going to throw this out there for those Eagle fans. I'm going to say that Mekhi Lemon is going to have a better year than Devontae Smith, and he's going to be probably your wide receiver 1.
That is spicy. Now, a lot of things can happen to where that does come true. Maybe Devontae Smith has a injury along the lines, and Mike Lemon gets thrown into the wide receiver 1 spotlight. Frank is going out hot and on the spicy.
I am. That's who I am.
That's what I do, baby. But no, appreciate you once again, Frank. Y'all know what it is. It's been Fourth in Fantasy, your fantasy playbook to more championship wins. And Rocco, the land of the what?
Let's make sure I don't fuck it up this time. We are a fantasy football podcast for Dynasty Sickos by Dynasty Sickos. Everybody's welcome.
Everybody's welcome. And wherever you view us, how you view us, thank you as always. Like, share, and subscribe if you found some entertainment of us going back and forth. Some good copium, some good biased opinions, and some unbiased opinions along the way. Appreciate everybody that tapped into the chat. And once again, gotta give a major shout out to Frank for joining us tonight. Till next time, this is Fourth in Fantasy, and hope everyone has a good rest of the night. As we go out, this is our good friends at League Champ, where you can be the number 1 ranker of the week when the season starts, and you can win yourself a free NFL jersey. They have coach data. They have formation data. They even got medicals. You name it, they got it. The marketplace just opened up if you're trying to sell a team. Come tap in. You can find them on the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. You name it, they got it once again. Till next time, this is Fourth in Fantasy, and we are out.